show for me and you, the one you love to listen to. And ooh, you got your friends, see it through. See, 'cause laughter is medicine too.
This is an Edge Show Extra. I'm Wendy Love Edge, and my special guest today is Kizzy Key. Kizzy Key is an up-and-coming cannapreneur and agent for change. She has a love for food and a love and respect for cannabis as medicine. She's the creator of High Thirst Drinks and the creator of Black Cannabis Week Boston. Welcome to the Edge Show, Kizzy.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, I'm so glad you're here. We have a mutual friend who told me a little bit about the event Black Cannabis Week, and I'm super excited to hear more about it and for our listeners and viewers to learn more. But my first question for you is, how did you come to cannabis?
Well, I actually been in cannabis for a very long time. I've been in cannabis since I was like a teenager. I was, recreational. As I say, unfortunately in our community, I feel like, you had to pick your poison of choice. And for me, cannabis was the better choice of any of other things. So I've been smoking it recreational for a long time now. So probably like my teens. But as I got older, I found the medical in it, and I was actually diagnosed with anxiety, and it just the pills was just like not what I wanted to be. And so I did research, and cannabis is one of those cures. And so
Nice.
I got the medicine part of it.
Mhm. It's interesting. So as a teenager, I also smoked it, and I didn't think of it as medicine at all at the time. But looking back, it definitely helped me to manage stress and anxiety and trauma, all through my teen years. Do you feel the same way?
Yes, I have no record. So I feel like because I was a smoker, not an alcohol or anything else, it kept me mellow. It kept me from getting out of trouble, kept me from getting all the things. Like you said, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was being cool and just, getting a high, not
Right.
knowing that it was medical benefiting me and keeping me out of trouble too. So
Mhm.
I'm kind of glad that I did it at the teens now.
Yeah, yeah, I'm glad you did too, because it sounds like it was a good path for you. Um,
Yeah.
so you created these cannabis drinks. I want to talk about that a little bit. Um, I read that you were part of a social equity program in Massachusetts. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, well, actually, it kind of tied in together. So, before it was legal and everything, that the legacy market, as everyone called it, and out of that, my drinks from there. So I don't consume alcohol at all. This never been my thing. I don't know, mostly because of the taste. So, I would, go with my friends, but they will, I smoke, but you can't go to the or even down to people's houses. So I started making lemonades because that was like my favorite drink to drink. So started doing lemonades, but people started to like it. So I started to sell it. So it became more popular. I became, with this and that. So then I have an idea like, I don't know what bourbons taste like, but what if I did like a bourbon or a wine and I could do, toasting with other people? So I started dabbling with that. And so I was selling it like on the legacy market, making a very good money out of it and things of my sort. And my sister's very into politics. That's what she does. And it was a event coming up in Boston with Kim Janey, and she was talking about the social quality program. And my sister encouraged me to go. So I wound up going, and I met Chanel Lindsay. And she told me, she said, well, do you want to make, $200 a day or 2,000 a day legally and not worry about, everybody behind you? And I said, well, the second option seems good. And she said,
Right.
well,
Yeah.
go to CCC, fill out the social quality program. And from there, anytime you need me or help with this and that, I'll be there. But fill out that program and, it'll teach you how to get into the industry legally and things of that. So it'll teach you more about the plant. And so I think that was maybe March of 2020.
Mhm.
So when we hit COVID and all the other great things, so I entered that program right after that. I decided to go into the social quality program.
Nice. And that helped you to get into the industry with your new drinks, sounds like.
Yes. So the classes I felt like was very great. I got to meet very good people who I'm actually friends with right now, best friends with right now. So, during COVID, the only thing that was good thing that came out of COVID was the fact that we have Zooms and we calculated that a lot. So a lot of us did from the cohort two is that we had what we call the after class. And so what we would do is, some of the class, you can learn stuff, but it kind of go through one ear and out the other. And we're not talking about school, we're talking about our business. So we would have classes afterwards to kind of like ease us through the process and things of that sort. So in the process, I learned a lot of people and I got to, network and things of that sort. So it helped me tremendously. Unfortunately, as any other program, it did very good, but no funding. So that was being so calm. My only obstacle right now has been like getting the funding and getting that together. But it
Sure.
taught me how to legally, run a business in cannabis.
Right.
And elevate my drinks. I took my drinks to a whole nother level.
Wonderful. Yeah, the funding part can be really difficult, especially with the medicine still being federally illegal, and you know, so many states have passed various initiatives for medical or recreational or both, but we're not quite there yet. And I think the funding will catch up once it's this full legalization for everyone. People can all partake. I hope.
I mean, there's funding now. It's not enough, but there is funding now. The Boston Social Quality Program, they have a nice fund. It's closed, but I believe it's going to actually open up in September. They were giving out, I think, 50,000 to social quality participants. There's the other fund, which I'm a little mad about, but I think there was like $2 or $4 million in the state fund. I know next year will probably be, I think, probably roughly like 20 million. So
Oh,
it's money coming. But at the time that I was doing it, like, 2, 3 years ago, of
I
course, they didn't
see.
have this in place and things of that sort.
Okay.
So I'm happy that even though it's taking a long process, I'm happy that it is a process that's going on. So they are trying to get funding. New York is doing a good job too with funding. I might have to move to New York.
uh, Boston. I was born in Boston. I don't live in Massachusetts any right now, but it's always in my heart. So wherever you go, you'll keep it in your heart. But that's good to hear that they've moved forward with funding for people to go along with what sounds like a really good education program. Now I'm excited to talk about the event that we're here to talk about, Black Cannabis Week Boston. So tell us about it.
Yes, Black Cannabis Week Boston will be held between August 7th through the 13th. It was supposed to go on. I decided to do this because I just went to a lot of networking events and I just didn't feel like they were highlighting a lot of, the Black cannabis in it, especially, the people who have been harmed on the war on drugs. So I tried to do it, 2 years ago, funding, not even so much funding, just trying to put it together when you haven't done a big event. So this year I got together with five beautiful ladies. I swear to you guys, I just put out a post and five beautiful ladies came about and we've just been putting it together. What we decided to do as a team was number one, on Monday, we're going to expunge clinics and medical cards. We feel like we're going to start hit where it's been hurt the most. So we're going to do that first. And then Tuesday is going to be a job fair because, of course, we got to get involved in it. It's not only a job fair, but a business expo. People can put their pitches out. People who want to, get into this cannabis world. And we have investors and people in the cannabis world, give them tips and ideas and things of that sort. Wednesday, we're going to have a scavenger hunt. Wednesday is there's a lot of Black history in Boston that some people may not know about. So we're gonna just go around to the different dispensaries and we got cute little goodies around for the different little spots. Thursdays are mixes where people get the network. Friday and Saturdays together is our block party. We just want to celebrate, people who've just been in the cannabis world, Black cannabis world, who's, made it come, the advocates, all that stuff. We're gonna have fun musical guests, vendors, and things of that sort. And then we're gonna end it off with a nice cookout on Sunday. And because food always bring it
Right.
traditionally Black folks we cookouts. So we're gonna end it with a nice cookout and have fun the whole week.
That sounds fantastic. Wow. What a jam-packed week for everyone. Yeah, I think, a couple of years ago, it was still like pandemic city, really difficult to bring people together for events. I think now people are ready, and it sounds like you've really thought of so many things that people will be interested in learning and connecting on.
So yes, we have a good week coming up. I'm very excited. Wednesday was probably want to be one of my favorites. Big ups to Satin from coming out of the blue with this one. We originally supposed to do a golf course, but timing just wasn't right. And the scavenging hunt is going to be, different places in Boston that have Black history. People don't even know Harriet Tubman had a house here, things of that sort. Like Malcolm X was in a prison here. That's not a hotel. So things of that sort. We're gonna, visit those historic spots, and also, some cannabis spots, things of that sort. So it's gonna be one of my favorite parts of the week. And we also tried to make sure that the week that we wasn't breaking people pockets, because I noticed that a lot of these events you're spending like $500 and $600. A lot of our events are all our events are under $100, so you can come out and have fun and not break the pocket and still enjoy yourself.
That's really fantastic. The economy is so crazy right now. Everything is so expensive. So to be able to go to an event that's really well thought out and has so much for under $100, I mean, you can't beat that.
People can actually go and reserve tickets. Monday's free, but we actually, go reserve, so we know that who's coming and when and where, things of that sort. So if you go on ticketleap.com and look up Black Cannabis Week Boston, you can catch all our events. All our tickets are on there. Some of even the free events, you can reserve your spot, so you don't have to worry about, if it's too full or if it gets sold out. You're gonna be okay because you're gonna go on Ticket Leap and get your reserved tickets. So just check us on that. But if you also got questions or just want to see what the events and updates, go to our website. It's www.blackcannabisweekboston.com.
Great.
And all the information there.
Yeah, wonderful. Everything in one place. And it's always good to reserve tickets, even for the free events, because it helps the event planner to know how many people are coming and it secures your spot. So I totally agree. Well, sounds like it's going to be a fantastic week. And please say the website one more time for people.
Yes, it's www.blackcannabisweekboston.com.
Wonderful. And I just want to say, I think it's fantastic that you came from the legacy market and moved forward into the legal market. It's really difficult for people sometimes to do that. And I'm really proud of my home state for having this program and helping people to do that as well.
Yes, thank you. We were the first ones. So,
Yes,
yes.
wonderful. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.